little icebreaker, little something about me. I was the only person in my school that was allowed to walk there on their own. And for years, I convinced myself it's because I was good at rugby, right? Because when I was younger, I used to play for the county. When I got older, I turned professional. I thought, for years, that's why I was allowed to walk to school on my own, because my mum and dad probably thought, John will sidestep danger, hand danger off, use some of his rugby skills. That's until I seen a photograph of myself recently, ladies and gentlemen, which changed my mind. I'm starting to think my mum and dad let me walk to school on my own because they probably thought, what paedophile will be able to pick that up? And the worst thing about it, between my mum's house and school, in the last 6 years, I think about 4 people came out as paedophiles, right? So I was essentially doing a paedophile gauntlet twice a day, ladies and gentlemen. And it makes me laugh in the news and on the papers. You always get like Jamie Oliver and people like that saying, oh, childhood obesity, you need to stop. There's no benefits. There's no benefits for children being fat. There's one massive benefit, ladies and gentlemen. 7 years, twice a day, I never got offered a lift in the van once, right? Just when you think paedophiles couldn't get any worse, turns out they've got standards, ladies and gentlemen, so... They're the ones that missed out because I would have done anything for a chomp, ladies and gentlemen, so... But I only seen that photograph because I moved back to my mum and dad's. If anyone in this room moves out, don't move back. Honestly, go homeless. Honestly, it's the worst thing you'll ever do. Most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me when I moved back, right? Honest to God. I was on a night out. Obviously, alcohol's involved because it always is in embarrassing stories. I was on a night out. And I love single lads on a night out. They're so different from single lads through the week, aren't they? You talk to a single lad through the week at work, they're always like, oh, yeah, I want to meet a soulmate. I want to meet someone that's like a 9 out of 10, someone that ticks all the boxes, And then I love seeing that same person after midnight chatting up women that look like they could be called Dave, right? That's... Having one of these nights out myself, and lads on the pull never give up, right? You never give up. The light will come on in the nightclub. Doesn't mean go home. You go to the pizza shop, try and ratch in there. On the way home, send some sleazy messages, things like that. What a woman loves is waking up on a Sunday morning, seeing that you've liked her holiday photos from 2011, ladies and gentlemen. But I give up. Got home to my mum and dad's, and I thought, game over. I thought, I fancy watching something a bit rude, right? And my mum and dad don't have Wi-Fi, right? So I had to use terrestrial TV, and it's been a while since I've had to use TV to get my kicks, right? Do you know what I mean? And I thought, I didn't know where to start. I thought, I'll go with Channel 4, because back in the day, they used to have, like, Red Shoe Diaries on there, Euro Trash, things like that. A couple of retro wankers in the room, remember Euro Trash? And I thought, I'll put Channel 4 on, absolutely steaming it. There's a programme starting, I thought, oh, get in there. There's a programme starting called 4 in a Bed. I thought, oh, yes. Drunk me thought, swingers, get in there, that'll do me. That's how drunk I was. It took me to the second advert to realise that's about bed and breakfast, ladies and gentlemen, honestly. Then I went with Babe Station, because you know where you are with Babe Station, don't you? I just thought, some skank on a bed on the phone, that'll do me. And you always think, who are them freaks that text in on Babe Station, don't you? You always think, it costs like £3.50 to text in, you always think, who are them losers? On this occasion, I was one of them, ladies and gentlemen. I was using one hand, because I was multitasking. And while I was multitasking, my dad was halfway down the stairs, right? You don't get caught getting busy at 32, do you? You know what I mean? That isn't the age to be getting caught getting busy. Like, under 20, you expect it, like, you're an in-between. You're on an apprenticeship, so you're just learning your craft, you know what I mean? In your 20s, you're there, really, aren't you? You've sort of got the skills that you need. Like, you're a silver-level player then, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I class you as, silver-level player. Like, I'm early 30s. I class myself as, like, a gold-level player now, ladies and gentlemen. What's your name, sir? Simon, roughly how old are you, Simon? 49. Like, Simon's 49, ladies and gentlemen, so Simon's kind of like a Jedi danger wanker now, ladies and gentlemen. Simon's got the sort of experience, he could be doing it now, and you wouldn't know, ladies and gentlemen. The force is strong with Simon, ladies and gentlemen, the force is strong. I'm nearly at Simon's level myself, and I thought, I can't turn the telly off. It's 3:30 in the morning. It's going to look dodgy. I was in my underpants. I had my top off. I was starting to get that rash across there, like a shame rash sort of thing. And I thought, just flicked the channels over for the best. I was like, oh my God. Dad walked in like that, proper old school knobhead dad, me dad like that. Hey, what's going on here? It's 3:30 in the morning. I went, oh, Dad, I'm just watching Dickens and Real Deals, actually. And my dad said, you must be loving that programme. Well, I started living the lie. I don't know if you've ever lived the lie. I was like, what, Dickinson's Real Deals? Love this programme. Oh, I'm not coming to bed until I find out how much I get for that vase at auction. Absolutely love it. And my dad said, I thought you must be enjoying it. Do you know you went and got yourself an erection? But the worst thing about it is my dad's one of them proper old-school knobhead dads, and he never lets it go, right? So every time we go past a car boot sale, a second-hand shop, he's always like, oh, watch out with John, he'll blow his pants off, like, yeah.